It's episode 3, and I'm a little bit lost for words. I posted a time-lapse from the beginning of episode 2 to Reddit, and well, I had to name the sword. Thank you, Reddit, because it's got over 2,500 upvotes. I mean, that's just insane. So a big thank you to everyone who liked over on Reddit, and a big hello to anyone who's come and joined the channel from the video on Reddit. So today we're going to start on a villager breeder, and I need quite a lot of bone meal. And you may be thinking, Temic, why do you need bone meal for a villager farm? You can't grow villagers with bone meal. But no, just like how I built a monstrosity of a pyramid build around the XP farm, I have another build in mind to go around the villager breeder. And I need quite a lot of dark oak. And yes, that means there's going to be another time lapse in this episode. Does that mean another time lapse for Reddit? We'll have to wait and see. Of course, you're watching this in the future, so you already know the answer to that. I'll see you once we've done the grind. We should now have everything we need. So we've got a load of jungle logs, an awful lot of hay bales, and 4 double chests of dark oak logs. Hold on, I just remembered these need to be stripped dark oak logs. Give me a second. There we go, that's what we need. So we've got 4 double chests of stripped dark oak logs, with a fair bit of stripped jungle logs, some rails, some redstone, some minecarts, and a whole bunch of hay bales. Now there's just one more thing we need, some villagers. A few days ago on a live stream, Jhesti and I went on search for a village, and we found one, and we got some villagers put away in some boats. So let's go find them. Let's just get you into the what? There we go. Right, we have a 2,000 block swim in this direction. Let's get this first one back. Why is he so much taller than me? Is he standing up? Okay. I get to sit down and the villager gets to stand up. That's fine, that's fine. Right, leave you there for now, and let's go get your friend. Oh, he's green. He's happy. I'm glad you're happy. We'll go find someone else to keep you company. Casual iron golem taking a bath. With a turtle? Anyway, let's get number 2 back and over with his new friend. Oh, that's not the water. Let's go this way. Bye, skeleton. Please, no. Bye-bye. We have our 2 villagers. We have all the materials we need. You know what time it is? Let's roll that time lapse. It's done! It's done, and apparently even the Wandering Trader approves of this build. It took many an hour. I think I probably spent longer chopping down all of the dark oak logs. Oh. Also, we caught a friend while we were building. I don't know if you can see that in the time-lapse though. We spent probably longer mining all of the trees, growing all of the dark oak trees, and growing all of the wheat to make all of the many hay bales. I think we spent longer getting all of those resources than we did actually making the build itself. But I'm really proud of this. It took quite a while, and there's some imperfections, but I kind of like the imperfections. It makes it more organic in my mind. This is by far the biggest build, it's the tallest build, it's the most complicated build. It was the most horrific accidental mob farm ever, which is why we've now got a massive amount of torch spam. Ideally, I'd like to have all of these shroom lights hidden around and then covered with trapdoors. However, I've only been in the Nether a couple of times and I don't really have any way of farming the shroom lights apart from just walking around and collecting the shroom lights, and that means dealing with hoglins, which is a bit of a pain, and I may have already died a couple of times to them, so I don't really fancy doing that again until... Oh, that's the wrong button. Again. Oh, hello. This is weird. This is what the inside of my head looked like. People always did say I was a bit of an airhead. Anyway, let's get back to where we were. So yes, I don't really fancy going in and dealing with the hoglins every time I need to go in the Nether. So maybe I'll have to think about getting some way of farming the shroom lights. Not sure how that's doable. Might be something to do with the little red mushrooms. But then do you need a constant supply of the red mushrooms? I'll have to have a look. Anyway, so on the inside, massive expanse of area down here, and all of the farms up top. And you can see while we were doing the time-lapse and the build, the farm has been working in overdrive, and I think we've got to have about 30, 40 villagers up there now. It's absolutely insane. So I've had to block off the farm. I had to turn the farm off. Nice little bubble elevator up to a nice white glass area. Let's call it an area. So what I've done is, if we pop up here, I'll show you how the farm works. So this is a design I found on YouTube. I can't remember exactly who made this farm. However, I will link it in the description. Go check it out because it's a really straightforward build. And as you can see by the sheer number of villagers, it's incredibly effective. Let me just hop down here. Might be able to, there we go. So here we've got your usual 9x9 farm full of carrots in our case, with 2 villagers and a composter in the middle, which means there'll be farmer villagers. Now these farmer villagers will obviously plant and resow the carrots, and they'll share the carrots between each other so they'll have a constant supply of food. When we want the farm to work, we remove this block here, which means that the villagers can see these beds. But if you look over here, there's 2 trapdoors, which means that the villagers themselves can't make it through. However, when they have a baby, the baby villager is half a block height, and baby villagers in this version of Minecraft want to go jumping on the bed. And so what they do is they see the beds and they go running through. And of course with the typical Minecraft AI, they see these 2 trapdoors and they think it's a whole block. So they go running through and they fall down into this water stream, which carries them along, and they land on what you can't really see there too well, is a deep slate wall. And there's a water source 2 blocks above them, but obviously the baby villagers are too small to be able to reach that water level. Hello. So what happens is they all collect down here, and then when the baby villagers grow up into full-size villagers, their heads catch to the top of this water, they get lifted up and placed into this capture chamber. And then if we want a villager, because the water source block is in that corner, it will push them all into this corner. And so what happened is we've got a minecart track coming out of the dispenser here, which will push up the minecart through here, hit the transparent block where the villagers are, and as we see here, if I click this, collect ourselves a villager. So all we need to do next is design a farm that we want to use the villagers for. And then when we need a villager, we'll just hook up the rail to where we want the villagers to go, click a button, and just like that, you have an instant villager delivery service. Now I just need a farm to put these villagers in. What do? Should I make a crop farm? Do I make a villager trading hall? Do I make an iron farm? Whatever I do decide to do, particularly if it's a villager trading hall, I kind of want to put it in the bottom area down here. So I was originally going to do 12 of these villager farms because that's about how many you can fit in this area. But by the time I'd made the 3rd farm, they were already getting about 6 villagers in each of the other capture chambers. And I figured I was going to be far more villagers per hour than I was ever really going to need. I think this farm produces a villager every 14 minutes or so. So between the 4 farms, you're getting 4 villagers every 14 minutes, so around 16 villagers an hour. And no one really needs that many villagers. So I think this will do us quite nicely. Maybe a villager trading hall around the outskirts here could look quite nice. It's not a bad idea. Make a good use of this area. That means I don't have to build another mega time lapse. Because I don't really have 20 hours a week to put into a massive build like this. Although it is quite nice and satisfying to have something like this on the server. So as we sail past our little friend in a boat who is definitely going to stay there until I need to start converting villagers later on, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do in episode 4. In episode 1, we had a good intro to the server with Jhesti. In episode 2, we went to the Nether and died a fair few times, and we made the massive pyramid which holds our XP farm. And in episode 3, as the sun sets, we made the massive villager breeder spawn egg. So what do I do in episode 4? Well, there's a few little quality of life adjustments I need to make. Our base area could do with a little bit of a revamp. I still haven't added the item sorter at the XP farm for all of the materials we get off the zombies and skeletons. And I should probably think about hooking up the villagers to have somewhere to go. So I think next episode might be a little quality of life episode. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching as the sun sets on this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. And if you really liked it, please consider subscribing. Until next time, I've been TechMic and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.